Playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
47-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Short yardage, Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 4th down, the Panthers call on their undrafted rookie from South Carolina, Joseph Charlton, to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The 17-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure. Back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Number number 20.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already... established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, check Mike 20. Hey, Alabama. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 20. Here we go. 50.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Slim. Malcolm.
On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, let's get in there home. Hey, 66. Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. All day, dog.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you. I got you. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the slant. Hold 50.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expecting nothing back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. To throw is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Throw left side, complete. It's Logan. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. So we got man. Hey, check Mike 21.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles. And
got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. First down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. To throw is Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Number 22,
Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
And it's 21-3.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 21, Buccaneers 3. Joey Sly to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
By the Panthers.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Bridgewater now. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
1-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? It'll be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Don't say nothing. Hey, check Mike 72. 27. Record. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. 72. Pull it together.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just looking at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, Logan. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 33. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Buccaneers 10.
Mannion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Ready? 250.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Check.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Sly lining up for the point after.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Key the tight end. Four down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Yeah. You don't want none.
Throwing again. Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Stay with your man. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Double dog. Double hurt.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
39-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey. Cut that team. Cut that team. 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, check Mike 21. Read alert. Here we go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. This series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. To throw again is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. the big fella, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, let's go. 54. Hey, time. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw again. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Come on, baby. 60 Eagle. 19 tight. 54. Riggs. Watch the pass.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
9-yard line.
Check. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go, D. Get up. Back in 60. 34, Mike 34.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, Colt 66.
Brady to throw again. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
Maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that one will be accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Get that ball. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him. Let's get it together. D79 Broncos. Mike 34. Mike 34. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with his 2nd and 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and 4.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hey, check it. Mike 34. Good track. Good track. Mike 34. Mike 34.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Shoot! Watch the shot!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Bridgewater. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Bridgewater here to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
52, Rip. Hey, pick your game up. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Here we go, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
I'm gonna run you over. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. What we got, what we got, what we got? Mike, get there.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady, and his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud. Mike 52.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
earn all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him lurk, can't relate. Watch him skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on sight. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, Alabama.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you know,